Once we wake up, if I'm responsible in any kind of way, just remember that I had played a part, but I stood on the shoulders of many giants in order to see what I see. I didn't get here by myself. I didn't do this alone. It was many of us. And many of the elders left many clues for me to put the shit together. And I was perceptive enough to listen to the elders of our people and override the miseducation of the invaders on the land. And I brought us back to an understanding of who we were. I was a contributing factor, but I wasn't the only factor. That's how I would like to be remembered.
That's deep, man. Appreciate your time, OG, man. I hope you enjoy the rest of your night.
Man,
And
I had a blast, man. I enjoyed the conversation. I'm grateful for the invite. We can reach more of our people when we start networking like this. So I'll be glad to come back. Just let me know when you need me. And all feathers up.
in a real way. With that being
Who they directly undermine are going to pick who they get to fight with. If they lose, then we're going to send them out to the gallows. We'll send them out to the gallows, sever their heads. Because you can't do people like that. Mama say you can't throw people away like trash, and I agree. And everybody out in Acts agree the same way. Even the ones I thought was inherently wicked say, nah, man, you can't just throw people away. But what are we doing? Look around you in the streets. You know? They tell you that it's okay to shoot people in the back. It's justifiable homicide. The policy enforcers, because when you look the word up, it goes back to the word policy. What the hell is that? We supposed to be under the Sharif by county, and we supposed to be nationally under the marshal. The marshal is the federal arm of the Sharif. This is our rightful structure that they undermine. So that's what they do. They undermine stuff. So it's time to break free from the tyranny on earth. And I'm going to work with anybody that want to break free from the tyranny on earth. Anybody that they don't have to stay here. They can leave. They can go. Too many people died trying to figure out how to overcome this obstacle, including me, more than once, more than twice, to try to overcome this obstacle. So when the blood was given, all of the priests of the world performed rites that all of their greatest warriors would consolidate into one soul at one time in one place. And at that time, he would be the worst of all of the warriors ever created. He would be Apollyon, the destroyer. You can call him Morpheus Mysticus Megas, the emissary of light, the redeemer of the righteous. Here, to exalt the sons of righteousness back to their rightful place, and to put this tyranny down once and for all. So before we allow these people to send our children off to war, stop. Before we allow these tyrants to send our children off to war, stop. Call them home. Call them all home. They don't have to fight for these people. They don't owe them nothing. Nobody is entitled to have your child die for them but you. And that's at you and your child's honor of a family that you do that. You don't do that for the honor of a tyrant, of somebody that want to suck the blood out of you and your family. You don't send your children to die for that. That's wrong. It's unjust. And it must be fixed and corrected. When you commission warriors to go to war, you commission them under the code of righteousness to perform a righteous deed to get rid of wickedness.
Anybody want to send your child to war just to send them to war so they can get some money is a damn fool and an evil tyrant and need to be overthrown. So, what do we do, people? Do we finally say get rid of the evil? Or do we say bring more of it on down? Because if you don't want to get rid of it, the only thing left is all out chaos. Because order has to be established from the chaos. The level of chaos now can be peacefully resolved. But if we don't peacefully resolve it now, it has to be intensified so it can be violently resolved. Mama said to give most people the opportunity as possible for liberation. This is the opportunity. Call your children home, tell them don't fight no wars. Don't join nobody military if it ain't part of your family. And our families and our tribes, they call us gangs. They call us gangs and villainize us and tyrants, and they call us terrorists. They're wrong. So for the Middle East to be straightened out, they need to reform the caliphate. Because they need somebody to speak for the Muslims across all barriers. My nomination for those in the Middle East would be, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to allow them to assemble their own council and put their own leadership in place. You have to have a caliphate in Islam. That's the order. That's the structure, and it's the correct order. In the meantime, in Islam, all male Muslims must protect these females now. Stop letting these tyrants come in like they righteous and take your daughters. Don't feed this beast your children. All Islamic countries need to cease with the slave trading shit because the tyrant used the righteousness of Allah when they changed her name to Allah so that y'all didn't know that the Queen of Heaven was y'all guardian and y'all overseer. Y'all have a picture, y'all have a symbol of her yoni on your black stone. Your black stone is me. I'm the stone the builders rejected. How do I know this? Earlier I spoke about the Mufti, Angel Bay, founder of the 21 Brick Pyramid. But they say 20 more because one of the bricks ain't there no more. From that brick, there was a name on it, Larry Hoover. And under Larry Hoover, I came about. I came about by strange circumstances. My mother was a queen of the Vice Lords when they were a biker gang in the 50s. My children are all stones in Chicago. I'm stuck in the middle. I can't fight with nobody. Everybody love me, and I love them, so I can't fight with nobody. I can't condone Vice Lords going against GDs because that would be like me going against my mother. I can't condone the GDs fighting against the Stones because that's like me fighting my children. What insanity? I'm not with that insanity. Extends all the way out to the West Coast because you know we got Hoover Crips. I'm rolling 60s. Do the math. Stoop, tell them. Do the math for them. Put it on public display. Anybody confused about this, it's going to be clear real soon what I'm talking about. Analyze what I'm saying. Don't just accept it. Don't just accept nothing I'm telling you. Analyze it. Go do your research. Send your preacher back to school because they're all teaching you wrong. Matter of fact, don't send him to school. Send him to Geno Jenkins over there. He going to get him right. He going to teach him how to research according to righteousness. But first, the fruit got to correct where he was wrong at. He righteous, but he ain't right. They know what I'm talking about, fruit, right? He righteous, but he ain't right. And he'll give you the stage. So, we need to get back into the harmony of life, in the melody of life, and the beautification of those things around us with art and entertainment. You know, I love music. And I love music across all genres. And one of my favorite artists, Tupac Amaru Shakur, my brother. I miss that rider music, man. I miss that. And so I decided to write something for myself, and I'm gonna go record it and put it out there for y'all so y'all can understand what I'm talking about. But we need that rider music because they took our war drum. They took our war drum because they didn't want us talking on the drum. But what Bougie say? Through that mystical communication within, we keep on coming together. I love to see when brothers and sisters looking out for one another. This is the redemption song. This is the Exodus that Marley speak of. Now, I can get long-winded, but I'm not. Because I don't want to give y'all so much information you refuse to look anything up. It's over. Their reign is up. The reign of terror on earth is over as long as the people want it over. If you don't believe me, ask Trump, ask Putin, and all the other heads of state on this planet. They all know what I'm talking about. I don't have to prove anything. I already proved it when I broke the code of the ages. When I cracked the curse, I shattered the chains of hell, because that's where we were. Waco Mundo. Watch Soap. Call me Ichigo. So, I'm going to let y'all digest what I just said. We can fall victim to the tyrant, or we can take our ball and go home. Start doing family stuff. Act like he ain't even here. Act like they ain't even here. But if they get unruly, and we have to do it the hard way, we prepared for that too. And this is a message for all law enforcement. If you don't know how to deal with people, drop your badge. I don't care where. If you don't know how to communicate with people, drop your badge. If you scared to be a policeman, drop your badge. It won't be no more policemen coming up. We're going to have all Sharif. As soon as I go get my Angel Bay, he will be telling all Sharif Sharia law in detail, and they will enforce it correctly. And they're not going to be tyrannically abusing people. See, they had y'all thinking that only black people getting shot down in the streets. That's not true. That's not true. They shoot more white people. But in America, it's more white people than black people. Well, it's now starting to level out where we have an unstable census report. But we're gonna be done with this. It's over. And I'm not playing. And I've already been verified and confirmed. I'm not joking. And this is not a game. Take your ball, go home. Mothers, call your children from that military. I don't care if you're in Lithuania, Czechoslovakia, China, Korea, Japan, France, Italy, England, Canada, the United States, Mexico, South America, anywhere. Call your children home. We ain't fighting for these animals. We not finna be killing ourselves like this. Not on my watch. This is my watch. So I'm going to put the message out there, and I'm going to let them spread it on their own. But it's time to take this home. It's time for us to reclaim what's rightfully ours by the code of righteousness with dignity and respect and with honor. And that our sons be able to shine your light. Shine. We can all shine now. It ain't no more division. We all got the right to shine now. Let us all shine. So, I ain't going to keep y'all tied up. I just had to get something off my chest. I got some business I got to go take care of. And somewhere, somebody real important I need to see, but I can't quite figure out where she at. My son's going to come get me and take me to her, so I'm not worried about it. But this message had to be put on the wire. Given the opportunity to go viral, be spread. But I got a feeling where it's going to play at. Let it play. I wants to go get rid of the beast once and for all. But I don't want to do nothing that people don't want. So if y'all don't want freedom, I don't want to bring it. But if y'all want freedom, I will bring freedom. I will bring liberation. But if don't nobody want freedom, love, and liberation, I can also bring hell and destruction. I have full command of the armies of heaven and hell. I can cause some shit you don't even know exists. I would rather not do that, because that's not what I'm here for. I was asked to be as patient and wise as possible in establishing a peaceful regime on Earth again, because it was like this under the Atlanteans, in which I was the chief priest of the Atlan. It's hard to get all of this energy rewired back through the divergent, convergent synthesis process. I needed a whole lot of priests over a long time. So you see, that's why they were in caves, because they had to pass this energy and do these rituals in order to make sure that we can break this demon's stronghold. And I was the only one capable of doing it. And so they figured that if they got rid of me and kept me from coming to help you, they can hold y'all in hostages and slaves forever. But they forgot I never fail. I never lose. Even when they think I lose, I'm still winning, because the only way that they was able to get me to lose is self-sacrifice. And self-sacrifice is the highest form of honor and dignity in the existence of creation. Yeah, a lot of people done it following my lead. Put themselves in adverse situations and try to survive it. If they didn't, then they already knew what would happen, as in Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Medgar Evers. And I can go on with that for hours. So I'm not going to do a roll call on the ancestors that fell. But what I will tell y'all is this. Keep your heads up. Look forward to the future. Without the tyrant's reign. I'm going to get him out of here one way or the other. Y'all can help me by taking y'all ball and going home all over the planet. Or y'all can just sit back and don't do nothing and don't say nothing. And I can call some shit y'all going to be totally flabbergasted about. And if you think I'm joking, just look overhead and be surprised at what you see. I am not joking. This is not a game. And with that, Trump, it's your turn. You up.
I'm at work.
Can you talk?
Listen, yes, I can,
Okay.
because I just heard you talking to the goddess about the self knowledge and self recognition. I just wanted to speak on that as well. And peace, love, and light to you before I start.
All
And I
right.
just wanted to say,
But you get
I,
started. Tell us your name and where you calling from.
I'm from Philly. My name is Alan Belazaire. Well, I go by the name of Ligba Ezili, Voodoo, because that's my roots. Well, that's our roots. Born in Haiti, raised in Philly since I was 8 years old. Yeah. Yep. So I wanted to ask you a question. Lately, I've been doing a lot of practicing, and if you pick me, it must have been my time, because I've been doing a lot of rituals, and I know they record us. And the thing I was always afraid of, one of the rituals, I was listening to one of the guys on YouTube, and also I think Kalai and also another gentleman. They were talking about how you got to break free from the scaredness. So me having like visions and stuff like that when I sleep, like the other night I was sleeping, I had a vision, and what I saw was like I saw these two women, a dark skinned lady and a light skinned woman. And then while I was in my room, in my bedroom, I was talking to, I just saw one of the ladies, and then one of them, it was like she was short and light skinned, and then she had like a wedding dress on, and then the other dark skinned woman, she didn't have a wedding dress on, and they just came walked in the room, and then both of them said they were going to marry me, and then when they said they were going to marry me, and then the light skin was like, "You're not going to marry him without me marrying him as well." And then I just didn't say nothing. I was just following them. And then before I started practicing, like I went back home in 2000 and 2001, I believe. And then I went back home to like recalibrate myself, worship the ancestors and everything like that. It's something that they do. Since you're very knowledgeable, I know you know about it. 14th of August every year, we go to where the ancestors gave us the liberation. And, they call it Wakaima. In Haitian, they call it Brakaima. So when the two ladies were there, and then I was just looking and watching, the skinny dark lady came in, and as she walked in my main room, because I have my orishas and my stuff in one of my bedrooms, and in another room, my meditation room, and in my main bedroom, that's where the two women walked in. And then when they walked in, and then before the skinny one walked in, the light skinned one with the wedding dress just jumped on the bed. Before the skinny one jumped in the bed, she just walked in, and then she looked at me. And then she walked back at me. And then she said, "You're not coming?" I just noticed. And then when I blinked, I noticed I was in the room with them. Before she got in my bed, I noticed a big spider, which is Asani, a big spider next to her, and then the dark skinned lady. And then the crazy thing is, I don't know if you see this a show called The American Gods. When I was in church, I was leaving church. The first guy I saw, the black guy that was on the boat that was telling the slaves like, "Y'all want to be free?
Fancy.
Yeah, y'all don't believe in yourself." Yeah, him, that guy. And then when he saw that, I noticed I started seeing a lot of spiders around me. So I started doing rituals with the spiders because they say you have orishas that walk with you, and then some of them or walk with you since you were born, and some of them you have to pick or choose which one you want to work with. And
Gotcha.
then I noticed the lady looked at the spider, and then the spider jumped on the lady's shoulder, on her left shoulder, and then she looked at the spider, she looked at me, and then while she looked at me, the spider just jumped at me. And then while the spider jumped at me, I woke up. And then since then, I'm like, I wanted to know what that dream was, since I know you decode these type of things. So
So
I
let me
wanted
tell
to
you,
know.
your job is to tie two clans together. There's two
um,
clans in your blood. One of them, Nancy, is from the Anasazi tribe, and they use the spider as they totem. They use all kind of spiders. All spiders is under their totem system.
okay.
All right. The one who he jumped on her shoulder, that's her clan.
um,
The other one is from a different clan. That's why they was dressed different.
um,
And it's not uncommon for the lower who you are represented by to have two, to tie two clans together.
okay. Can I ask you another question, or can I make a comment, a
Yep.
statement? All right. So because I grew up in church for 32 years of my life. I'm 35. Grew up in church for 32 years. Left church like about since 2018. And then when I left church, and then I started like practicing voodoo more, and I really started getting back in my culture. And I noticed Dumbala, which was a snake in my culture and my family roots. They said that it's which spirits that walks with you, whatever. So the first thought when I first started waking up, a snake came and wrapped its body around me and squeezed me like it was gonna choke me. And then while it squeezed me, all I had was a whole bunch of cerumen coming out of my ear. And then the thing is, when I started looking at the laws, let me show you my book that I have, which is my ritual book. Since everything's exposed, there's nothing for us to be afraid of, right, brother? Because you're the elder. You give us the protection, and you give us the knowledge, and we just go do the homework. And if you can see, this is my book, and this is my Orisha. I don't know, for some reason, out of all the laws, this is the Sijas, which is Legba.
Mm-hmm.
This is the one that keeps coming on to me, and it was so easy for me to make. So
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering, yeah, the thing about our culture, well, in the Haitian culture, they said that I cannot accept him or accept to work with him unless, like you said, unless the other clans from like my mother's side and my father's side, unless I go talk to them and see if it's okay with them to like give me the passage to have that kind of energy to work with that energy.
So that ties back into your dream. The
Hmm.
tying
So
together of the clans can be your mother line and father line. Remember, I told you the clans is in you already. So that makes
yes,
perfect sense to what your understanding of your lower is. Just follow what you know.
I'm just doing what my heart tells me to
That's
do.
what you do.
So
You
like
you
like
already on the right. So you already on the path. You
okay,
already on track. Keep doing what
okay.
you're doing, and just pay attention to the changes and the types of changes to let you know how to calibrate.
That's what I wanted to ask you, right? You know how we do meditation and also with yoga. And then like over the weekend, like lately I've been doing fasting, like I've been doing 11-day fasting. Like once a month I do maybe 3 to 11 days clean out my body. And then the other day I was doing I did a fast, and then as I was doing a fast and I did some shrooms, or should I say ayahuasca. And then when I did the ayahuasca, after I did it today, it finally subsided. I was having like this headache. It wasn't really this massive headache. It was like my throat, my palate was like hurting. So these are the type of signs I'm starting to pay attention to. So I don't know if it was my kundalini that was rising, or if it's like, my third eye that's decalcifying because I've been drinking a lot of pine tea, because pine tree, I know is good for the pine cone, right? It's a pine cone, so it's good for your
Pineal.
pineal gland. So yes, and because of Brother Lifeway, because I follow all of my brothers, so I kind of got that knowledge, and then since then I've been doing the tea, and then I've been like mixing teas and everything like that. So I wanted to know, like, why is it that like I was having all these body aches, like, or
You
and
just
how
told me.
should okay, so then that means my mind was correct. So then my heart was
Look,
right. So
stop
then that means
second
okay.
guessing yourself.
There you go. That's where I'm at with it.
Yeah,
Okay.
stop second guessing yourself. Your Lord talking to you. That's all I can tell you. He's
Oh,
talking to you.
he
You just
did.
you gotta accept and honor that.
Why is it that when it came upon me the last time, it said, I am that I am? That was the word that was coming out of my mouth.
Because it's
The
telling you
last
to
time,
be still and know that you God.
that's all that came out of my mouth. Like
Right.
when I was,
Be still and
when,
know that you God. Look, you on the
okay,
right path.
okay.
Right now you working from the position of second guessing yourself, which is a part of an insecurity. Overcome that shit.
So how do I work on that more?
Believe in yourself. The more you believe in yourself, the stronger you overcome it. You're doing everything on the path. You're getting
Okay.
all of the right feedback for the lower that you mentioned, for
Hmm.
the dream that you mentioned. All of this is just telling you the right path. You're on the right path. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing. Just don't let nobody come in trying to tell you to take a side. Take a side with your lower. He gonna keep the rest of the motherfuckers at bay, cause he don't play.
Okay.
He
Can
like to
you
fuck motherfuckers up.
yes. Can you please define what do you mean by take a side? I wanted to ask you that question. I'm glad that you mentioned it. So be elaborate more
Okay,
on that for
so
me, please.
most people are persuaded to accept a persuasive argument that's not
Mm,
rooted in the truth.
okay.
That's dogma.
Okay.
Yo, if it don't feel right in your heart, fuck that shit. But you in a unique position because you have one of the lowest talking to you.
I want to speak to him the way I'm speaking to you right now.
He
I want to
talking to you,
speak to
you
him
just
like
ain't
that.
listening.
Hmm.
He gonna smack you upside your head if he keep talking to you
Then
and you keep
I'm
ignoring him.
trying to listen. I'm not
Yeah, but
trying to
when
ignore
he
him. I'm
smack you
trying to. I'm
upside your
trying to
head, he
do.
gonna have your attention then because he don't
He
have as
wants.
long a patience as some of the other lowers. And he want to smoke, so he don't care if you get mad at him.
No, I want to smoke myself. That's why you
Yeah,
picked me. Because this
right.
is the first time I was on Instagram, and that was one of my fears to conquer, is to get on Instagram. It's crazy. I'm the last one you pick. So right then and there, this is my opening. And then I'm talking to the great one. So listen, I want the smoke. I want all the fucking smoke. So
So
I just see the
look,
thing is I was
look,
looking for an elder to give me the right guidance, or because you got
you the fucking
motherfuckers out here.
elder.
Mm,
You the elder you've been looking
Ashe,
for.
Ashe, Ashe,
So now
Aibo.
look, this is what you got to do now. Find out his favorite offering. Give it to yourself. Then he gonna talk to you real. Then he gonna know you ready.
Mm, his favorite offering. My mind just told me a banana and candy. I'm telling you
Look,
what's processed
just,
already.
just whatever he tell you. When you
Okay,
follow the instructions, the more you listen to them, the more they will communicate with you.
that's why I
And the
wanted
clearer the
to.
communication to be. It ain't gonna be no fucking secret because you fucking with the right one now because he gonna smack you silly if you don't pay attention. You must be just like me, a hard headed motherfucker that got to do
I
it your way.
am. I am.
Yeah, cause he
I
that's
I am
yeah, all us with those warriors for lowers, we hard headed.
with a
He
good
gonna
heart.
get your attention.
Mm,
But he got your attention. You already doing. Now you just got to fine tune it like the radio slightly off the channel. You just got to get the sound to come in clear.
and then that's why I need my brothers and sisters to put me in the
He's
right
going to tell you
guidance.
everything to do.
Mm,
Give him his offering, but give it to yourself. If it's a food offering,
eat
whatever
it.
his favorite food is, make that shit
Mm, mm.
for yourself.
See, this is where I had doubted, right? When it came out, I'll message you after we leave when I get home because I'm at work, and then I'll send you the my loas, my siges. The thing is, when I first started getting into my culture, or should I say my nature, and what I realized, like when I was asking other people this kind of question that I was asking you, they kept like giving me the runaround, like giving me the two sides, like you said. I guess that's probably one of the things that made me doubtful too. Because when people have been in doing something longer than you, and you think that they should have the more knowledge than you, so they
But
giving
they
you, they
might not
say,
have a
oh,
connection in yours.
because they've
See,
been because
all of us who got lowers attached to us. My big mama baptized me with the Baron, right? And the
mm,
Baron is the Ogun.
mm,
So when for, we supposed to wake up to who they is, or they gonna wake us up to who they is. And when they wake
mm,
us up to who they is, they gonna smack the shit out of us. I got smacked by his ass. So you doing what you supposed to be doing. Just do what I'm telling you, and he gonna come to you. And he
okay.
gonna talk just like my man from American Gods,
And I've been waiting. That's the thing, because they said
Orlando
you can't.
Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah. He gonna
Orlando.
talk just like that. He gonna say, so now you want to fuck with a motherfucker, huh? You
I've
go
been wanting
talk
to
to
fuck
one of
with
the
him.
big brothers. Now
Let me
you want to fuck
let
with me, huh? He go.
see. Let me get. Let me tell you. When I was in school, right? Even when I was in church, that's when I was like, I stopped really going to church. Even when I was in church, when people used to mess with me, because I was used to fight a lot. And then when I was young, the first thing I would resort to is like, I'm gonna do some voodoo on your ass. And then after I did that, after I said it, I'm like, why is it that if I'm going to church, yet if I'm fighting a motherfucker, the first thing I say I'm gonna do on their ass is voodoo. So I'm like, something. See, that never made sense to me.
Well, they be
So
doing
after
all the voodoo in the church, but don't tell you they doing
that's exactly what it is. A
it.
bunch of hypocrites. That's why I left, because I was the number one hypocrite. And another thing I wanted to add, the last thing, because I gotta confess, because you're Ogun and we're talking and we're in front of the public eye. When I was younger, I said that I would never serve them when I was in church. And now that I left church, I said if I ever go and serve voodoo or do that, is for me to dissipate on this earth, off of this earth. Now I'm asking you, do you think that my words, because you know words are powerful, you think those my words could be some kind of blockage from back then when I was saying it? Or because of my
No, because
ignorance, I didn't know it better?
those words that you were speaking then, it was organized in your mind for what you needed to become in order to accept who you was.
Mm,
All of the warriors got a harder time than everybody else, so. But
mm,
we don't bitch and complain about it. We just do that shit because that's what we do. We came in
okay.
this bitch for a fight, nigga. Where the fight at?
I'm
Right?
ready.
So that's part of your
Yes.
fight.
Ashe.
Yeah. But all of the answers that you asking me, ask your Lord. He gonna tell you and you ain't gonna have to ask a motherfucker nothing. He gonna
Damn.
send you on anything you want to know. If you don't trust what occurs to you, he gonna send a reference your way. Or send you where the reference at. Trust me, I know from experience.
My
You
brother,
got a
you just
question, he gonna tell you what the answer is. If you don't trust the answer, he gonna say, well, you don't believe me, motherfucker. Go look over here and get this book.
mm,
And they gonna tell you the same thing I just told you. But the only thing you be
mm,
doing, really, is a lot of our people, we can't tell nothing without the references. Because they won't believe us no more. We come from an
mm.
oral tradition. Our words is more powerful than anything you can motherfucking write in a book.
Yes, because your word is bond. This is how
Right.
we used
So,
to deal with each other back then.
but we've been dealing with deceivers. So
And I had
now,
a dream about deceiver. I called somebody a deceiver the other night, and
yeah,
all I
well,
kept
yo,
saying is a
you
deceiver,
got the
deceiver,
right Lord for
deceiver.
that shit. Yep, that's character perfect,
Mm.
and he'll show you exactly who it is if you ask.
Who's the deceiver, huh?
Yeah,
I
he'll
did
show you.
ask him.
He gonna show you exactly who it is if you ask. Just follow.
Oh
Just
shit.
feed him on the ritual
Oh
on
no,
the
I've been
honor and
feeding his ass.
I mean,
I've been feeding his ass.
give him his motherfucking meal. He gonna start talking to you.
Mm.
He gonna tell you anything else he want. He gonna let you know. He part of who you is.
Mm.
So it is what it is. You just follow who you is. You're gonna be led. You straight.
Thank you, thank you. One love. I really appreciate that.
Yeah. All right, man. I'm about to get
One love.
on up out of here now. I enjoyed
All
talking to
right.
you though.
It was one love. And is it okay if I message you? And then I can
Yes. Yeah.
message you what I, okay. It will be my name on Instagram is Legby, and
Okay.
then Grandmaster J. All right. Thank you very much for your time. One
Yeah.
love.
One love.
All right.
All right, y'all. I'm getting a little tired now. Now I don't want to make this too long where people don't watch the whole thing, but I appreciate y'all being here. Y'all see how we talk on the land, what we talk about, how we go over the anomalies to point out the deceptions on the enemy's ass, and how we stand in unity and we help each other where we get stuck. Each one teach one. We all gonna reach some. Free Lag Hoover is the battle cry, and this is a Black Girl Magic Asada Shakur knot on a Ogun off of Alegba to bring this shit to a motherfucking close. So fuck they Scottish Rite, fuck they motherfucking Albert Pike, fuck they George Washington, traitor ass, switcheroo ass nigga. All the motherfuckers can go to fucking burn in HE double hockey sticks if they can find that place, because I ain't been able to find it. And I done been all through the Astros and ain't found that motherfucker yet. I just wanted to see if it was eternal. Apparently it ain't. It's an illusion. Dogma. So we gonna put our morals over their dogma and bust that shit in the head and bring this shit to an end off of an Stasi can. Let these spiders sew the motherfucker together. You understand? It's like Gulliver's Travel. Yep, Black Girl Magic. I put that shit on everything I motherfucking do. That's the motherfucking little princess of voodoo. Here we go. Once again, from me to you. All right, Pete. We out. I'm gonna save this live, and sometimes if I go too long, they won't let me save it. So I'm gonna save this when y'all watch it. Peace to the clans across the land. Free Larry Hoover. Then y'all can ask the questions too.
No, that sounds good. Thank
Yeah,
you, Rod. You
sounds
figured
good.
that
Thank
out, huh? You figured it
you.
out, huh?
Yes.
Hey, Big Mama
Oh,
said you got to figure it out. You got to get these sisters on the same page.
yes, we
Oh,
And,
appreciate
and,
definitely.
you.
and we gonna do this shit. We gonna make this shit work.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
Exactly.
And we got another simulcast going. I accidentally double booked, so I got to try to make this work.
We
And
gotta do
all
what we gotta
good. We
do.
all here. We all getting on the same page. So I appreciate you coming being my first guest. I just wanted to let everybody know I'm studying home now. I'm here with my baby. So just bear with me because it's almost night bedtime. I rest time on it. However, I appreciate you coming in, and I do appreciate everybody for tuning in. And let me just make one thing clear before we go ahead and get started, because I know we're doing two at one time, but I just want to make sure that everyone knows that I'm not explaining myself to be the adult. This is for the adult. This is the adult chamber. So everybody that comes in and supports us is sitting in the seat of the adult. This is y'all time to really school us. We're sitting in the student seat. So just to make that clear, and I'll let everybody be themselves. Like
Well, Halito, it's great to meet you, Goddess.
Yes, Halito, Halito.
It's
Yeah,
great to meet you. My name,
they giving greetings from the other side over here in the other end
yes,
of the
we are the
street.
matriarchs. This is Chief. This is Empresses.
So let's start going into the actual information we need to get into today. It's a couple things that the people need to be aware of that's taking place. You've been seeing the floods in the dry places. All of the deserts are flooding around the world. You got deserts flooding in the Middle East. We got deserts flooding in the Americas, right? We got deserts flooding in Asia. Then we got tornadoes and lightning storms. All of these things is called the return of the Sweetwater. This is what we call in the Vadun the return of Oshun's energy, the divine feminine in her full expression of loving nature. So she coming through the Lion's Gate, right? And so coming through the Lion's Gate, we talking about 8-8. So we talking about the seated queen. 8-8 is seated queen. 80 is an open queen seat. 880 is an open empress seat. 888 is the empress seated. So when we looking at the events that's taking place and the timing of events that's occurring converging, we are at the close of the Aquarian of the Piscean age, the opening of the Aquarian age. We in the Jubilee year 2022, which cancels all contracts. Then also, this is the third year in what we call the redemption process of the organic people from the land to reclaim their birthrights and restore the land. Now, we've seen the Pope make a Canadian visit, and he had to be publicly put on notice to his face that his rule is over with because we operate from a higher standard of law, and no longer can the daughters of the land be compelled to operate under the foreign jurisdiction because the superior law has been activated, and she put him on notice that the matriarchs across the land has stationed the chiefs. They already put the chiefs on notice to cleanse the land, and what that means is that it is our job to um, reestablish government, which takes us to Noble Drew Ali immediately. Because one of the things that he say in the oral statements and prophecies, for those who don't understand Noble Drew Ali won't understand what he's talking about. But he said that he would leave these people in power long enough for us, the organic people of the land, to learn how to run government. So when he declared that we was Moorish nationals, there was an agenda attached to it, a legal maneuver to navigate a contract. Now, Ty's been telling us for years how to navigate this contract so we not victimized by it. And he's been reiterating the same thing. These people is a de facto corporate entity acting in a legal capacity as if they are the de jure or the rightful owners and lawmakers of the land. They are not. So who are these people? Where the hell did they come from? Right? And who do they represent? So when I trace back, another thing Noble Drew Ali said is, I need for you to get a good Moorish education. Moorish education is not restricted to Moorish science doctrine, nor the dogmas attached